Hey everybody, Boz here. On this video, I want to go ahead and show off some of my Archies records that I have in my collection. Archies have been around since around 1941 with the Archie comics. Then in 1968, Filmation came out with some Archies cartoons in the mornings for children. When I was a kid, I watched the shows. They had 17 original episodes in 1968. When I was 5 years old, my parents got me this record for my birthday. It was in 1970. It's Archie's Greatest Hits. The story about the Archies is that it was the first band I really considered to be something that was like mine, because my mom, we had a jukebox in the basement of our house, and I was a kid, and my mom would be down there doing laundry or whatever she was doing, and she would be playing these records. She was playing Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs. She'd be playing Hermit's Hermits, the Beatles. Great songs. I do have all these bands in my collection today. But this is my mom's music. So, the Archies was something that my mom really didn't care for. So, but I did. So it really became almost like it was like my music. The Archies has, a really strong meaning, and which is why I have many of the records in my collection. Like I said earlier on this video, I want to showcase the records that I have. Okay, so they put out Archie songs on cereal boxes back in the day. And I do remember as a kid getting these cereals and cutting these records off. They're in the back of the cereal boxes. These came from the sugar crisp cereal boxes. There were some orange ones as well. They came off of, I believe, the honeycombs. But one of these has sugar, another one has everything's Archies. These definitely are not the ones that I had when I was a kid. They're made from pretty flimsy cardboard, so as children you destroy things. So, but I bought these at a record show 3 or 4 years ago. So, but these actually were common back in the day. And other groups have done this too, Monkeys and a few other ones. So, but these are great to have. So again, 1968, Filmation put out some cartoons, the Archies Show. There were 17 original episodes. Of the 17 original episodes, only 3 of the songs that appeared on any of the shows appeared on any of the original either Kirshner or calendar 45s that I can tell. I believe I have every 45 in my collection that was issued originally in the U.S. on either a Kirshner or a calendar label. So this here is from episode number 1. It is bang-shang-a-lang, and interesting enough, on the B side is Truck Driver. Now, Truck Driver appeared on episode number 3. So this is one of the few I have basically 2 45s with 3 songs, because this one has an A and a B. So, but for some reason they weren't putting 45s out, from the songs from the actual the Archies show. I wasn't able to really find on the internet. I was interested in a list of the songs that were showcased on these 17 episodes. The episodes were half an hour long, and roughly around halfway through each episode, they would sing a song. So it was Archie songs. These songs ended up on their LPs, but I couldn't find a listing of these 17 songs that appeared on the 17 original the Archie show. So down below in the comments, I'm going to go ahead and list the shows in order, and the Archie songs that appeared on each episode. This is also the first single of the Archies 2 chart. It entered the Hot 100 on September 28th of 1968, and it did reach number 22 on the charts. So this here is also Bang-shang-a-lang, but it is the promo version. So the way it pretty much worked for these Kirshner and Calendar original 45s were the promos were in yellow and the stock copies were in orange. So most of them, the promos had the same configuration as the stock copies. This has a Bang-Shang-a-Lang on the A side, and it has a Truck Driver on the B side. And this here is the Archies' second single. It's Feeling So Good Scooby-Doo. On the back side is Love Light. Now this is also one of the 3 songs that ever appeared on the 17 original episodes of the Archies Show. This one appeared on episode number 12. The Feeling So Good Scooby-Doo, it did manage to hit number 53 on Billboard. And of course, I just showed you the promo version. I do have it on the stock version as well. Again, it has Feeling So Good Scooby-Doo on the A side, and it has Love Light on the back side. So this here is This Is Love. It is from the album of the same name. It was released in 1971. Again, this is the promo version. I do not have the stock version of this. On the back side, it's Throw a Little Love My Way. So this here is Sunshine, which came off their 4th studio album of the same name, Sunshine. It's a pretty good song, but in my opinion, I really like the back side, which is Over and Over. I consider my collection anyways, this one is facing out, which is telling me that this is the one that I pretty much listen to. So Over and Over is a really good song. But of course, they're both Archie songs, so they're both pretty good. But Sunshine release got to number 57 on the Billboards. On this one, I only have this stock version in my collection. Here we have Who's Your Baby. It was released in 1970. It did get to number 40 on the charts. It's a really good song. Probably my number 3, in my top 3 or top 4 songs of the Archies. On the back side is Senorita Rita. I do have this stock version, and I do have this promo version. If you notice here, I don't know if you see it or not, but it says plug. Very common way, not just a different color because it's yellow, but they would also usually use terms like plug on the side. This is what the label would be telling the DJ that this is the side they expect the DJ to play on the radio, and what they're expecting to be a hit. So sometimes DJs did play the other side as well instead, but usually the plug side is the one that is the A side. I do have this copy of Love is Living in You. Again, this is the promo version. On the B side is Hold On to Lovin'. It was released in 1972. I only have this promo version. I do not have the stock version of it. Okay, so this is A Summer's Prayer for Peace. It pretty much was an anti-war song. I do have it on this nice picture sleeve. There are a couple of records in my collection I showed earlier, like Feeling So Good Scooby-Doo. It was released with a picture sleeve. I do not have the picture sleeve of that one. This one was issued with a picture sleeve. I do have it here. Again, it's the promo version of this. The B-side is Maybe I'm Wrong. Again, it was an anti-war song. As far as I understand, it didn't chart at all in the United States, at least in the Hot 100. It was released in 1969. It is important to note that it was number 1. It did reach number 1 both in South Africa and in Scandinavia as well. And the same song, A Summer's Prayer for Peace, I do have it on this stock version as well. And of course, the B-side is Maybe I'm Wrong. Here is Strangers in the Morning. Again, from the yellow color, you can tell that it's a promo. On the B-side is, well, on this one here, it's actually a mono stereo promo, which is the only promo in my collection that has both the mono and the stereo, and they did this for radio stations mainly that played AM or FM, because AM stations were mono and FM stations were stereo. So they would release the promo sometimes like this. Now the stock copy has Plum Crazy on the B-side. I do not have the stock copy of it, but this is the only promo in my collection of the Archies where it doesn't have the same track listing as the stock copy does. This is Together We Two. It was released in 1970. On the B-side, it's Everything's Alright. It is again the promo copy. I did not have the stock copy of this particular release. So here is Jingle Jangle, released in 1969. It peaked number 10 in the United States. It was number 1 in Canada. On the B-side is Justine. This is one of my, probably top 3, top 4 songs by the Archies. I do have several copies of this. I do have this promo, and I do have the stock copy as well. And again, Justine is on the flip. And I do have this gold standard version of it as well. Now, this is a reissue. They changed the B-side. The B-side is Bang-Shang-a-Lang. So they put two songs back to back in order to sell more records. So, but again, it's a really good song by the Archies. Okay, so I saved the best for last. This is Sugar Sugar. It came out in 1969. It went to number 1 on the charts and actually became the number 1 song of the year. On the B-side is Melody Hill, which is going to be the same as on the stock copy that I have. I'll show you here in a second. Reading online about the song, some very interesting facts. They said that Ray Stevens actually performed the hand clapping in the background. I guess he was at the studio. He was going to have lunch with one of the female artists. I'm not sure which one, but they asked Ray if he would come into the studio and do the hand claps. And Ray, being the upstanding person he is, of course, he went in and he did the hand claps for the song. And I do have, like I said earlier, I do have the stock copy, and again, Melody Hill is on the B-side. Notice this is on the calendar label. This is the last 45 to appear on the calendar label. Now here we have Sugar Sugar. This is on the Kirshner label. When it appeared on the calendar label, it was while it was still climbing the charts, but when it became the number 1 song of the year, they actually put it on this Kirshner label. Now, I do have several copies of Sugar Sugar. I do plan on putting a video out as well, just on Sugar Sugar, because I have covers. I have 5 or 6 covers of Sugar Sugar in my collection by other bands, and I don't have much more time on this video to go through all that. So I'm going to do a special video eventually just on Sugar Sugar. But this one here is a Canadian copy. In Canada, it was released on this RCA label. It was not released in either a calendar or a Kirshner. Again, we have Melody Hill on the B-side, and we have Sugar Sugar. And last but not least, we also have Sugar Sugar on this reissue label. I think they pressed this in 1991. I did buy this brand new. I've only played it a couple times, so it is the cleanest and the best sounding copy of Sugar Sugar in my collection. I do believe it says here anyways, it's a stereo version of it, so I can only assume it is. But again, it is on the repeat label. On the B-side is Bang-Shang-a-Lang. So here we have 2 hit songs common for reissues on this one record. And that's it. That covers all the Archies 40 records, including the 1 LP that I showed at the beginning and all the 45s that I have in my collection. I really do enjoy the Archies. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Again, down below, I want to list those 17 songs from the original 17 episodes of the Archies Show. So maybe you don't have to search the web to try to find this information. It'll be right there for you. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please leave comments below, and have a great day.